All right, folks, I just set that game back up and I'm going to play again. So I barely lost. I tied him in the last game and lost in the second tiebreaker because he had more silver fish than I did. What a close game. Um, now I'm going to try again. We're all set up and, uh, and ready to go. So let's go ahead and let's have a quick look at these fish and decide what our opening moves are going to be. Um, so we've got a lot of dollies. We've got 3 dollies. We've got 4 cutthroats. We only have 1 brook trout. We have 2 grayling and 2 rainbows. 3 rainbows. So the cutthroat, there's lots of cutthroat, but in terms of this pair, so I want to pair it according to my private goals here. Cutthroat and brook trout. So I've only got this 1 brook trout and he's up in column 6, which is the hardest to catch because you can't drift onto this spot. So you're only ever drawing 1 strike card unless you're paying for it. Um, so the rainbow grayling combo looks good. Dolly, there's no steelhead though. So um, I'm kind of hesitant to go ahead and catch one of those fish until I see the pair. So I think to start out with, I'm going to focus on rainbows and graylings. There's 1 coho here. So for now, I'll probably just try to keep him away from that. I don't want to. My ideal start is I catch something close to rock cards so I can get a skill card early to help guide my strategy or give me a bonus skill. As the random skill card I drew for my achievements is for 1 finesse. Um, I can cast onto column 2. So at the end of a round, at the end of any turn, sorry, at the end of any turn, any round turn. At the end of any round, if I can take no more dice, the last thing I can do is for 1 finesse, I can cast onto column 2. So it might come in handy. We'll see. So anyway, back to the opening. I think I want to go rainbows and graylings. So we've got a couple here in 1. We've got a rainbow here in 5. Um, I said my preferred opening is to catch something near the rocks, but I've got 2 rainbows here. So maybe I go for a 6. I take gray, I go for a 6, and then drift onto this one. Take yellow. So I want to stay mindful of the hatch tokens and remember that the the silent angler scores the best for blues and whites. So ideally, I could take the blues and the whites instead of him, but those aren't really lining up. I guess I could do white here. Yeah, white is on rainbow. So that's what I'll do. I'll start with a white fly. And then these will move down. So maybe I land this fish and then I use it here to catch the rainbow or the grayling in this column. So that's what I'll do. Start with a white fly. Um, hope I hope I roll well enough. Roll a 6. Be great. Um, so let's see if I do. We're rolling 5 dice here. There is no 6. These are really low. 4, 3, 2, 2, and a 1. Wow. Okay. Um, hmm. Well, I do have whites in this. I have whites here. So there aren't any graylings or um, rainbows there. There is this coho. So if I use the 4 to cast, drift twice and beyond that coho. I prefer to leave the 4 for the silent angler because it's the rock column. So I think maybe uh, give him less of a chance of catching a fish. So I could leave him the 4 and the 1, and I take 3, 2, 2. Boy, this is a really bad roll. That's a really bad roll too, considering if I were to get this coho on the line, I'm not going to be able to do anything with these low rolls. So I need to be going for a green fish, I think. Maybe one of these green cutthroats or green dollies. I'll go for this green cutthroat there. Okay, so we'll take the 3. We'll cast here. We're going to draw 1 strike card. Oh, and actually, before I do this, staying mindful of hatch tokens. So if he catches a fish in column 4, he's going to take orange. That's worth 2 points to him. Okay, column 1 is yellow. It's worth the lowest, which is only 1. Okay, so those are good options. Um, columns 5 and 6 are blue and white if they're in the column. So if I give him 5s and 6s, I'm giving him a better chance of um, getting the high value hatch tokens. So I think 4s is kind of my sweet spot. It's where there's a rock card, but he would take orange first and then gray, green, and yellow. So 4, yeah, leaving him 4s is kind of the best option, leaving him low numbers. Okay, anyway, do I catch this cutthroat? Get it on the line? No. Drift onto this one. Do I get this cutthroat on the line? Yes. It's worth 2 with a drag of 1. Oh, another coho. Okay, column 2 is coho central. Can't be giving him 2s. No good thing I planned on keeping these 2s. So, boy, it's a slow turn. I don't like these low rolls. I'll take a 2. Puts me onto the finesse. Or sorry, onto the drag. So I'm just rethinking this because I want to try to make sure I set up for success next turn. So let's just talk this out because if I use a finesse to grab to go to 3, make this to a 3, I would land here. I take a momentum tile. Then I use my second 2 here, and I get 1 finesse. I don't have any finesse left, so I can't land the fish this turn. I could if I took the 4. I want to keep him on that 4 column, especially now that a second coho came up. But if I got this momentum tile, especially this cast onto column 3, that's really good for me because these white ones are going to bump down, and I can use that to my advantage. I can save a die next turn by casting with the momentum tile. So basically the other way I was going to do it is I get drag and I get 1 finesse. So I end the turn with 2 finesse. This way I end the turn with 1 finesse and a momentum tile. I think that's better, I like the momentum tile. So we're going to spend finesse to make this a 3. We'll come here. So we will grab momentum tile 2A. And then take this second 2 and we'll get that finesse back. If I'd been able to land the fish, I could spend a finesse to cast onto 2, which could actually have been nice. Could be useful at some point. I think not this turn. Okay, so that's what I'll do. Angler goes on to column 1. Does he catch the green dolly? Yes. All right. It's only worth 1 point. He does get 2 bonus points for because it's a dolly, but it's good. Happy with that. Um, Best one for him to catch would have been that green rainbow, but you know, let's not ask too much. Second cast, he goes here into column 4. So does he catch this cutthroat? Yes. Oh no. 2 fish turn right out of the gate. Uh, it's a goldfish too. Bummer. All right. Not a great start for us. Uh, but you never know. He might slow down. Oh, and he does discard this rock card. All right. Well, now we're just rolling 4 dice. 6, 1, 1, 3. All right. Well, they're really bad rolls. Um, it's tempting to put him on this column 6 because it's a rock card column. And if he catches there, well, you take a blue. So but with these really low rolls, I want, I need, actually need to take higher value. But if I leave him the 1, I take a 3 to land the cutthroat. Um, then I use my momentum tile to cast. And then I have a 6 and a 1. So I'll probably end up taking the 1 for finesse. But the 6 maybe lands me a fish unless yeah. Okay, well, let's take the 3. So that's enough to land us the cutthroat. And then we're going to use our momentum tile. And we have the option of swapping fish. So do we want to do that? Question I have is, does it have to be in the column I'm casting into? No. Any 2 fish in the whole river. Well, it's a big choice. If I'm sending him to column 1, any 2 fish, are they to be adjacent or just any 2 fish? Any 2 fish at all, anywhere in the whole river. Wow, very powerful. Uh, well, am I happy with my choices? If I cast 3, cutthroat, well, I could bring the brook down. That's 2 greens though, because the brook would pair with the cutthroat. I think maybe not. I think maybe I hold off on don't worry about that just yet. Um, so I could use this to my advantage, or I could use it to slow him down. I guess the other thing I could do is put something here that I would be happy to catch. Hmm. And actually, if I put something there easy, like if I put this brook trout here, I could catch it this turn. Definitely catch it with this 6. Then I could take this as for finesse, and then I could use my skill to cast again. Um, I wouldn't have, it wouldn't be white, but I would have finesse. Maybe I change my lure. Hmm. I kind of like that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna swap this brook, this dolly, and then cast here on column 3. I drift onto this brook trout. So if I don't catch this, maybe I bounce up to that green rainbow trout. So I do like ending my turn without a fish on the line, so I can take advantage of my skill here. Okay, so brook trout, yes. Okay, it's worth 1 point. Uh, oh, there's a steelhead. Okay, so all those dollies now have their something to pair it with. Um, all right, well, brook trout, no drag. All I need is a 4 to land him. Well, I think I just used the 6. It's I don't think there's another way to do it. There's no real option up here. So I guess I could take the 1, spend 1 finesse, make it a 2, get a momentum tile, then use the 6 to finish it out. Then I don't have I don't have finesse to use my thing. I could use this to cast 4. No, I think I'm getting a little too cute there. So I'll use the 6 and land this brook trout. 2 and a 1. Well, that's off to an amazing start here. Um, I've got this 1. Well, I'm going to take that for finesse. I'll take it for 2 finesse. Now, I'm going to look at changing out my lure, although maybe I continue targeting. I guess, so I'm going to use this to cast 2. Not great options to catch. If I kept I mean, maybe I think of this more as just like, oh, let's just see if I catch it, rather than really planning, yes, I'm gonna go for, catch this fish. Because if I drift, there's no lure, there's no catch that's the same in 2 as it is 1. I do have blues coming down the stream now, and I have a blue and 1, and blue is also the most valuable for the angler, one of the most valuable. So maybe I spend a finesse to change my lure to blue. And I spend another, use my skill, and cast. It doesn't matter, I'll cast here on the center. And then I'm going to drift. So I don't want another green fish. Um, don't want this brown. I'll go under this gray grayling. So now I'm getting to draw 2. I could spend a finesse to draw a 3rd. See if it comes to that. Okay. Did not catch it. Do I spend a finesse? 50-50 chance. Um, I think I'm going to hold off. It's early in the game. I don't need to kind of go all in yet, and having that finesse stored up, available just for some flexibility, I'll keep it that way. So, gambled, did not get anything onto the angler's turn. So he casts here onto column 1. And does he catch this brown trout? No. Does he catch the grayling? No. Oh, gonna get lucky here? Ah, we did. He did not catch a fish. Okay. See, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We got to hold out hope. All right, so let's advance the hatch. So we're still in good position with this with our blue lure. I've got the blue hatch coming down the stream. Let's see what we get here. Oh my God, these low rolls. They're killing me. 3-3-3-2. Gotta be, it's terrible. And on my blue, man, well, good thing I kept the finesse because I can use it to increase and at least get to draw 3 strike cards rather than just one. Oh man, well, that's a bummer. Okay, well, let's take a 3. We'll spend a finesse to make it a 4, and we'll cast here onto Dolly. Do I catch it? No. This Dolly. Yes. Okay. Worth 3 points, a drag of 1. I do get myself, ooh, silver coho. I do get myself a skill card here. Ah, 2 finesse. Discard the card, but I get 2 finesse. Not too bad. Um, we got to take this blue. Okay, so what do I want to leave? I don't want to leave him the 2. There's 2 coho in that. Well, there's only 3s left, so I guess he gets the 3. Um, so that leaves me a 3 and a 2. We'll drag of 1. Um, well, does get I can get myself a momentum tile. I think I want to do that. This cast onto column 4 is going to work nice when the hatch moves. I'll still have blues lined up. So let's take a 3. We'll advance 2 spots and we'll grab ourselves this momentum tile. Um, and then with this 2, we could take it, advance 1 and get 1 finesse. I also have this. If we cash out, that doesn't really do anything for us. Um, yeah, I think I'll advance 1. Because that way, if next turn I get a 5 if I get a 6, I can go around again and get another finesse. If I stay on this spot, if I take this for 2 finesse and I stay here, if I go around again, I don't get another momentum tile. I could flip this if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So I'm going to take this and get another finesse. Okay, that's my turn. Let's see what the angler does. So first up, coho number silver coho. No. Cutthroat. No. Other cutthroat. No. Okay. Well, he got a 2 fish turn at the beginning, but he has shut himself out. I can't say I had much to do with it. I guess I did shuffle the cards. Um, let's advance the match. We're still in it, guys. We're still in it. Still have a chance in this game. Rolling 4 dice. Here we go. 6, 5, 3, 2. All right, now we're in business. Um, where do I want to leave him? What do I want to leave him? Not a 2, not a 3. Let's do 5 or 6. So 6 would net him a white. 5 would give him, even though there are more valuable fish here, he's going to get a less valuable hatch token. Um, So if I took a 6, 6 and a 3 or 2 would land me this fish and give me another finesse. So I could actually plan to cast. I'm going to cast column 4. I could drift onto this coho and take that coho. I could plan to spend whatever I need to catch that coho, and then that would clear the coho from this column, and that would leave me. I could give him the 3. He is getting a better chance of catching a fish, but I'm not leaving him. And if he catches in column 3 right now, he's getting gray, which is worth 2 points for him. Um, but it's just greens. So maybe we do that. Let's take the 6 to start. So 6 minus 1 is 5, so we make it all the way around. We get another um, finesse. And then we'll take a 2. 2 minus 1. Oh, actually, we need the 3 to land the fish. Um, that's okay. We'll spend a finesse to make this die a 3. And we land ourselves this. Yep. All right. So now I need to catch this steelhead will pair with that dolly uh, and complete that set. That's worth 4 points for me. So definitely want to be heading towards that steelhead as well. All right, so now we're going to keep our blue lure. We're going to spend this momentum tile to gain 1 finesse, and we're going to cast into column 4. I don't want to catch a dolly. I'd like to spend the strike card, but I don't want to catch it, so I'd better not actually cast onto it. I'm heading for this coho. I can't get there from the grayling, so I guess we cast onto the rocks, which we can do. But actually, before I do all that, so before I spend my token, before I begin this action, I'm gonna um, exhaust this skill card and max out my finesse. Okay, so now I did that. Now I'm casting. We drift here onto coho. No. All right. Well, we're gonna spend some finesse. No. Oh, okay. It was at the bottom. Spent 2 finesse for those extra strike cards, but we get this coho on the line. So a drag of 2, he's worth 4 points. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Another green fish showed up into column 3. So that's where definitely where I'm gonna send him, send the angler. Uh, I get this blue token, and we're going to take this 5. So 5 minus 2 puts us onto just a finesse, which isn't super exciting to me. If I spent a finesse to make it a 4, I could get this momentum tile. This momentum tile puts drag, applies drag, and finesse. So I get the finesse back that I spent, and it's free drag. It's not great. I mean, I'd prefer to get this other token, which lets me reel and then change my lure, because I want to change my lure after this fish, I think. I think I'm gonna spend finesse to make this a 4. Come here onto momentum tile, and I'm gonna take this reel 3 and change my lure. So the angler, now cast onto column 3. So if this was like a goldfish and I had more, I would probably have gone for this because I feel like that drag is going to be more valuable. Still could be pretty valuable. Could still save me quite a few. Oh well, we'll just go with this. All right, so let's see. Does he catch the Grayling? No. Cutthroat? No. Ooh, other cutthroat? Yes. Okay. Green cutthroat worth 1 point, a measly 1 point. Oh, he does get the bonus for cutthroats, so it's worth 3 points. Column 3 is gray. All right. Okay. Well, that was an interesting decision, I guess. Op- Choosing not to take this drag, going for this instead. His drag still applies to these momentum reels. Um, so ideally what I can do next turn is I can take a 6 and I come all the way around, land on the momentum token. You know what? I think I messed up because if I took this other token, I could use it and I could gain benefit from it. And then maybe next time around the wheel, I get another momentum token and then I get this one. Yeah, I'm gonna change that out. I'm gonna change that out. Um, yeah. So I haven't rolled yet, so I don't no difference, no new information there. Um, and then I'm gonna use it. So the end of my last turn or beginning of this turn doesn't matter. I'll hold on. 4 dice. I always mix that up. 6, 1, 1, 1. Holy cow. Okay then. Okay, well, first off, I will spend this momentum tile to apply my drag and get a finesse. And now 6, 1, 1, 1. These these dice have been a little bit bizarre this game. Well, I'm going to take the 6 and I will spend a finesse to make it a 5. I'll do exactly what I said I thought might happen. I'll come all the way around and I'm going to grab this other momentum tile, the one I left, because now I'm going to use it to reel 3, which is enough to land. Sorry, let's go here to land the Copo. And now I can change my lure. With these ones, the best I can do at this point, is I only have one finesse, is cast. I could spend it and cast onto column 2. I guess I could take one for 2 finesse and then spend both to cast up here to column 3. Got whites. Interesting. Do I try to snag another white? Pair of whites? Take them off the table? Um, no, I can't get. The rules are. I'm a little confused about this pairing. So it says I score 3 points for every unique pair of same colored tokens. So this pair of whites scores 3. This pair of blues score 3. So what if I had another pair of 2 whites? I mean, on the one hand, it's a unique pair because it's a different pair than these two, but it's not a different color than those. I think I need to get a different color. I think that's what the intent of the rules are. So, mm, this is not a great, this is not a great position here because we've got on column 3, there's these clusters. And here there's these clusters. 2 grays, 2 greens, two blues, two oranges. I mean, what I'd like to do, I'd like to catch either get this steelhead on the line, that silver steelhead. I still have no goldfish. I need to head for some goldfish. There are these gold cohos, but so looking ahead at next turn, green is going to be a good choice for me. We've got green into this column. I could be heading for this rainbow, this gold rainbow, and green will be in this column on this steelhead. Green is also here already. So I think I want to change to a green lure. So the steelhead will complete the pair with the dolly. Rainbow gives me the option to then come for. The problem with going for a rainbow is there are no gold graylings. So if I try to catch, there are gold steelheads, but if I catch these silver steelhead, I'm thinking of my sets. So right now I can catch one more, either silver or um, green fish, but I need to catch two goldfish to complete two sets. And if I catch this rainbow, if I catch a silver steelhead and this gold rainbow, I have to catch a fourth silverfish, so I'm missing out on that. Those are my next three fish. I have one coho. I could try to get one of these gold coho too as my second goldfish. So I think I don't worry about these rainbows. I don't worry about the rainbow and grayling. I go for steelhead. I go for cohos, and then probably just a green fish somewhere to try to finish it out. Whatever's option. So, okay, so these are my columns, 3 and 2. So what is going to be in 3 and 2? Well, nothing's in 3 and 2 right now. I think orange is looking good. Orange is going to be coming down. Yellow in 2 turns, but I'm looking at next turn. So actually, I think I need to put it. I need to do orange fly change. And so I still have this problem of what I do this turn. I only have one finesse and I have 3 1s. So I'm going to take one of the ones for 2 finesse. Now I could just spend a bunch of finesse. I have 3. I could spend 3 finesse and cast into column 4. I don't want to catch anything in column 4. I want to catch in column 3. I think spending that much finesse this turn to change this one is not worth it. I'd have to spend at least 2 in order to have a shot at a fish. And then I'm just drawing one strike card. Ugh, man, it's just not, this is not, I don't like how how the dice have treated me this game. Um, so I'm going to take this for finesse, but I'm now at the point where I'm going to cap out. So I need to spend one finesse. So I'm going to spend it. I'm going to move a hatch token. So I'm looking at oranges. I've got 2 here. If I moved one there, um, it's then on column 1, which I don't really care about those fish. So why don't we move it up the stream? We do double up here at 4, but uh, that's okay. It keeps it in the stream a little bit longer, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. And then we take the other one as for 2 more finesse, and we're up at 4. Okay. Well, that was a lot of hand wringing, but it's just that roll is bad. 6, 1, 1, 1. Okay, here we are on this brown trout. So silent angler, does he catch the brown trout? No. How about that grayling? No. About this rainbow? No. My goodness. You'd think I wasn't shuffling, but I am. And he's now getting up here where he's starting to get significant points, and I need to be taking advantage of that by catching more fish. I need different rolls. I need more diversity in my rolls. I can't get 3 1s. Okay. All right, let's do better. Let's do better. 4 3 3 1. Not great, but actually that four is that'll work for us. That'll give us although I might want to send him into that column because that's the rock. There's a rock card there. So that leaves me these threes and another one. Yay. Well, probably take that one. We'll see. We'll see. But question is, do I want to pay finesse to make this 3 of 4 in order to get more strike cards here? Well, it doesn't make sense because I could just pay that finesse to draw an additional strike card without pumping it up. So no, don't do that. I will cast here onto this steelhead and take this 3. I'll cast onto that. There's steelhead. And by the way, let's see what hatch token would he get with this 4. He would get yellow, which is only worth 1 point to him. So that's good. As we said at the beginning of the game, 4 is kind of our sweet spot in terms of the hatch tokens he ends up getting. Okay, so first we get the steelhead. No. Now I guess do I go onto this? Go onto the steelheads or the cohos? I think I go for the steelhead. And the reason why is that I'll land it sooner and that'll leave my orange hatch in the stream longer. So there's a chance I could land it next turn and then be able to cast and try to get one of these coho with the other orange token that's here. But if I get these coho, it might take a couple turns and that means I've lost my chance. So let's go into this steelhead. We draw 2 and there it is. Okay. So we get this steelhead on the line. It's worth 4 points with a strength of 2. Gold cutthroat. All right. Column 2 is like, do not leave a 2 for him. A bunch of goldfish and 2 coho. Hanging on by the skin of my teeth, I feel like, although he's missed out 3 turns in a row. Um, okay, so I get this this orange match token, and well, it seems like a no-brainer. So I'll take 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. So then I get my drag, apply drag, and then I'll take this 1 and advance 1 to get a hatch momentum tile. And I like this one, this swap any fish and then get a cast onto 3. 3 is where I want to cast, 3 or 4. So I guess either of them could work, but I like this swap because I can see what die he's getting and maybe adjust things to disadvantage him next turn. All right, so he casts here onto 4. And does he catch the dolly? No. You guys have seen me shuffle, okay? Railing. No. My goodness. 10. Ugh. He's going to get 10 points at the end of the game. I mean, at some point, it's better for him to catch fish than to keep whiffing like this. Here we go. Now we're rolling 5 dice, so he's going to be getting 2 casts the next 2 turns. All right. 6, 5, 5, 2, 2. Oh, column 2, as I said, is no go. I do not want to be putting him in column 2. Um, I could take a 6 and a 2 and land the steelhead and get another finesse. I'm capped out on finesse, so oh, I forgot about that. Maybe last turn, what did I have? A 3 and a 1? I could have spent a finesse to put my drag on the line. Then I could have done 3. I don't know. I like this. I like the momentum tile. All right, so 5. So let's have a look at this because I could take a 5 and I could just swap out my tiles. I could take this one instead. And casting 4 is still fine for me because I drift down and I get these coho. Uh, so the question is whether or not swapping fish is a valuable option for me this turn. So if I took 6, 2, I want to keep him out of column 2. That means 2 casts onto column 5, which is actually kind of ideal. It's a rock card column. So maybe what I do is I swap this rainbow out. I take this goldfish out of here and I put a green one there instead. So I think I'm going to keep with what I have. All right, so we'll take a 6. Um, Actually, before I take the 6, I am going to spend a finesse to move a hatch token. So I'm at orange. If I cast 3, drift here onto these coho, I could I could move it down and that would give me another shot if I miss on those coho, but I kind of want to get the coho. Um, I have to spend the thing, so fine. Let's uh, let's spend 1. We'll move it there. And then we'll do 6, so we'll come all the way around and we'll get that finesse right back. Steelhead is here, and then we'll take a 2 and we'll land them. Okay. Then we will spend our momentum tile. We're going to swap out this rainbow with this rainbow, I think. And then cast onto column 3. And then we drift. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. So actually, if we miss on this coho, we could just go on to this rainbow. And if we get that rainbow, then we're looking at one of those graylings. But as I said, I want to be getting 2 gold fish to maximize my bonuses before the end of the game. And because he's so slow, I should be able to do it. So maybe what I do is I try to get both of these gold coho. They're likely to be the most valuable fish. So that's my plan for this game. Um, it could be. Well, let's see what happens here. So, first coho. Yes. Have him on the line. So it's 6 points, strength of 2. And we're in a good spot here because we have 4 finesse, so we can spend 1 and we will just immediately put our apply drag to that fish. So we're not wasting um, any time. Then, sorry, I needed to take orange. And then we're going to take a 2. So that's what we have. And, oh, interesting, this momentum tile is also drag. Um, okay, well, we'll do 2. And I think we'll take this one. So I'm flipping it because if at some point if I land on this again, I can flip the tile. And on this side, I've got reel and change my fly, which is good, given that I'm going to land this fish. I may want to change out. So I'll take that. Um, and there you have it. So and we give the angler 2 casts onto column 5. So if he catches here, column 5, he's going to be taking gray open, which is worth 2 for him. Yes. Okay. Well, good thing we swapped out that fish. Otherwise, he'd have had a gold rainbow. Rainbows are also not worth any bonus points for him. And he discards this, by the way. So we have to refill there too. Oh, coho. Okay. So second cast here onto column 5. So you catch that dolly? No. What about the brown? Yes. All right. Well, he's making up for lost time. 2 fish that turn. So much for the rock column slowing him down. So he got 2. So first time he took a gray, as I said. Second time he took a green. Okay. On to the second turn of in a row of rolling 5 dice. So if he does a 2-fish turn again, there's a chance he could end the game this turn, which would not be good for us. 6, 6, 5, 5, 3. Wow. Okay. Um, well, these columns are looking pretty good. They're just green fish here. Um, if he lands in 6, he's going to take a white token, though. If he lands in 5, he'll take a gray. So that's a 1-point difference. I mean, obviously, I need to worry most about getting that Kovo landed. So how am I going to do that? I can definitely do it. This is a high enough roll. So I could land that fish. I guess the question for me then is it possible for me to catch a second fish this turn? And just get to 7 first. Let's see. So I need 1, 2, 3, 8, 13 to land the coho. The most I could get is 17. There's 12. I can spend finesse to make that 13. Oh, I can't actually. I can't increase past 7. So, um, well, I could flip this and I could get a 3 here. So I could reel for 3. The trouble with that is that if I did that midway, I can't change my lure if there's a fish on the line. Well, what I could do is I could do 5, land back on this momentum tile, flip this, then 6, advance here to the vein of finesse, and then use this, land the fish, and I still have a 6, but that's only worth a cast. So I can cast, but then I can't do any reeling with it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take a 5. We're going to come all the way around, flip our momentum tile. And then, who's here? Then we're going to take a 6 and get a finesse. Then we will reel for a value of 3 and change our lure. So we land ourselves the coho. I should flip these over so we can see the points. So we have one more die. We also have this card here. So I've changed my lure. I'm going to change it to yellow. I don't think I want to play it the way I did. So remember I had this momentum tile and then I went around, I played a 5 and then I flipped it. So instead of doing that, I'm going to take no action. And I'm going to keep this as it is. So that means I don't get to reel 3 and change my fly for free. I will spend this 3, the other die, so I'll spend that 3, so I'll land the fish. But now I'm here in this position. So no dice, so I have this momentum tile. I'm going to spend 1 to change my fly. I'm going to change it to yellow, but now I'm going to use this momentum tile, cast to get a finesse, and cast here into column 4. Onto this gold coho. I'm drawing 1 strike card for this guy. No. Drift, drift. I'm drawing 2 for this one. There, yes, okay. Ooh, big 7. Worth 7, strength of 3. I get this yellow. End of my turn. I can do this after any dice action. I'm going to spend a finesse and apply drag to that fish. Okay, there we go. So hopefully I get another turn and I can land that fish. Um, that'll be worth a lot to me. It's worth 7. It's also worth a second pair, a second set of 3. So that's if I can get that, that's worth 10 points for me. So first Silent Anger cast here onto this dolly. Does he catch it? No. What about that grayling? No. Okay. So we are guaranteed another turn. Fantastic. Um, I do want him to catch one of these fish though, because I don't want him to keep pumping up his track there. And these greens are yeah. So let's hope he catches one here. All right. Rainbow. No. Dolly. No. Oh no. He's still getting 15 points at the end of the game. And that rainbow is definitely going to be worth less than 15 points, or less than, he gained 5 points there. Instead of 10, he gets 15. That rainbow is definitely going to be worth less than 5, both of those fish. So overall, we came up behind there, but it's okay. We will ledger on. Okay. 4, 3, 3, 1. It's a bad roll. I don't know if it's enough to land us our fish. Now we can spend finesse. We can also grab this momentum tile for another 3, reel of 3. Um, hmm. All right, well, let's take a 3 and we will gain a finesse. Now let's take this 4 and we will get this reel, reel and change our fly. I like putting him in column 3 rather than column 1. I don't want to leave him the 1, so I'm going to take the 1 and I'm going to spend all of my finesse to change it into a 5. We'll come all the way around here. We're not going to do anything to our momentum token tile because we're going to spend it to land the coho. Sorry, I should have slid it down and then we land it. Okay. So I left him the 1. I guess I would have had enough to do this, but I don't know. I don't think I couldn't have reeled the fish in at all. So it doesn't matter that I didn't do it that way. So let's see. I've declared end of game. That's the seventh fish. So now it's a question of whether he catches anything in this column, and I hope he does, because if he bumps up again, he's going to get 21 points at the end of the game, and I think that'll be too much for me to overcome. It's a lot of points. So, does he catch that grayling? No. Cutthroats. Yeah. All right. Green cutthroat. 1 point, one measly point. He gets a 2 bonus for this location, so 3 points. He gets the only hatch token. Yellow, that's only worth 1. Okay, we're at the end of the game. I'm gonna add up the points and I'll come back and let you know if I pulled it out. I'm not sure why my um, side camera here crapped out on me. So it's okay, we're at the end of the game. I have 34 in fish cards and bonuses, plus 9 in hatch tokens is 43, plus 2 sets, 49. We've already won the game, 49. 51, first to 7. 57 uh, for most coho, and then 3 bonus points for achievements gives us 60. So we win convincingly 60 to 48. And that is the freshwater campaign done. We've bested the silent angler at all 4 locations: Crooked Fork, Hunter's Cabin, Snake Run, and Coldwater Cove. Wow. Well, um, kind of anticlimactic at the end, I guess. You know, the silent angler kind of whiffed several turns in a row. But that last second to last game, that was tense. Nice second tiebreaker. Um, I might make a separate little video just with some final thoughts on the campaign and the game. Not a full-on review or anything like that, but just kind of you know, campaign and review. Um, but I hope you enjoyed this game, and I hope you kind of, I don't know, learned a little bit or from my mistakes as well as whatever good decisions I happen to make. And I hope you can get Freshwater Fly to the table soon. So until next time, happy gaming.